Hi, I'm Max Smith, also known as Tom Miller, and this is Anything Goes by Max Smith, and I'm going to be talking about cop culture in America. Let's talk about that in this episode. Cop culture. I got a quick question for all you people out there. Which side do you come in on? The side of the police that can do anything they want to anybody except for if it's you? Or do you think cops should be respectful to everybody, to come on that side, regardless of color of skin, regardless of who they are? They should be respectful to everybody and actually do the job of serving and protecting. Well, that's what this topic is all about today, people. It's about those two conflicting ideas about how people think the cops should be and act in this country. Cop culture is a very, 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 very controversial topic. You got the people over here, right-wingers, saying, yeah, cops, they can do anything they want. They can beat up an African American, they can beat up a black, they can put a gun at anybody, they can shoot anybody in 2 seconds flat. As long as they don't bother me, oh, I'm fine, I'm fine. And then they're at the same time like, oh, they're blocking me from doing my duty as a citizen to stop an election that I believe that was stolen. Oh, I could just beat them up myself. So in some cases, they think, cops are amazing, awesome, as long as they don't infringe upon my rights. But if then they do, it's, cops bad, bad, bad. Well, here's how the rest of us see the situation. Us progressives out there, we think it doesn't matter if you're black, you're Asian, you're white, you're Latino. Everybody should be treated fairly. If you're going to make an arrest, you do it calmly, and if there's force necessary, then use force, but not like extreme force. But if it's necessary to use it, then use it. But be careful how you use it. Make the right kind of judgment. We want the change to be, spread the money out, man. Yes, they're getting more money to do the training and stuff, but also give money to places like social services so they can help the people who have mental illnesses, man. The people are trained in those type of areas so the cops can actually do what they need to do and go after real crime and be trained to go after real crime, not just go after people because of the color of their skin. That's the kind of world we live in, people. Right now it's, oh, you're African American, you're Latino, you're Asian, we're not going to protect you. I mean, just take a look. You don't believe me. Still, in this crazy day and age, take a look at this quick clip.
Right now. Go right now. Go right out there. Go right here. Get up. Go outside right now. Go outside right now. You're talking to individual. What are you going to do? You know I can have my face. Come outside. Come outside. Oh, yo.
Now, as you clearly see, these two young men get into a fight. This one white kid and this African American get into it. You can clearly see just brushing off and standing up for his friends. Well, this other guy like, oh, I'm going to be the bully, man. And it's clearly that he was looking for a fight. Because he shoved him first, man. He just gently just brushed his hand off. And the guy's like, oh, you brushed my hand away? Oh, yeah? And shoves him. Because he wanted to fight, man. It was clear. And then after the cops came in because they were there because, oh, there might be a fight breaking out. They didn't know which fight. So they came over there. They slammed the young African American to the ground. And then, so he was, going, beating him up and handcuffing him. And before she goes and helps her partner, the other cop, she consoles the young white man and goes, are you okay? Are you okay? You can literally see it in the video, people. That's the way it is, people. So when people say white privilege, it's not that you inherently are going to be having a really great life, because there's a difference between rich privilege and white privilege. White privilege just means you tend to, in a lot of circumstances, if there's an African American or a Latino or a person of color, and you're walking down the street, you're going to be able to walk right by and continue on your way, and they're going to be more likely to be stopped. That's what white privilege means, people. It just means that you're more likely not to be harassed by the police. You're more likely just to go, oh, go on, how's it going? Have a nice day, and then move on, hey, move on. That is what's going to happen. So, the videos are out there, people. This is clear, cut, and dry how they went for him first. Clearly slammed him to the ground, man. If they really were going to break up this fight, man, they would just broke him up and say, hey, hey. And they did need to be banned from that mall for a while. But that kid did not need to be babied. It's like, oh, are you okay? Are you okay? They should say, hey, whoa, whoa, let's break it up. Let's break up. Let's go home. Let's cool down. We'll talk to your parents. Let them know what happened. But we need to cool down and handle this in nice, calm fashion. But no, they came in and wham! And that happens numerous times, man. I mean, that, I don't know if you, man, but that reminds me of George Floyd in Minneapolis. A knee on the back. Because the officer's like, oh, this is okay. He got away, he was able to do it there. Will these cops be fired? I don't know, but they should be. They should be fired and not be allowed to be cops or any kind of law enforcement ever again. Because they are not doing their job. They're not serving and protecting, man. So cop culture, that's what it is, people. It's for one set of people, it's, hey, how's it going? Oh, hey, yeah, how's the kids? Or how's your girlfriend? Or how's the family? How's your mom? How's your dad? And the other side, yeah, slam to the ground. Or frisk and stop. I mean, just type in African Americans and police. You'll see it's everywhere. So how can we make changes here? Encourage your fellow citizens to say, hey, we got to put an end to this. We got to stand up and say everyone should be treated equally in the law, regardless of the color of their skin, or they have a mental illness. Oh, that's another thing I must add in. Mental illness, they will literally, it doesn't matter if you are white or an African American, man. If you have mental illness and you're out there, they will also beat your ass up and put you in a chokehold and just knock you around like a rag doll. So that's why I'm saying in my next segment here, we need, one, to give some money, more money to social services so they can handle that sort of stuff. We need to put the pressure on Congress to really enact these laws they have out there. And we need to get the culture changed, how we think and interact about other people. I'm not saying we're going to get along all the time. I'm just saying we need to learn how to live next to each other and get along enough to where it's like, oh, how's it going? And then move along your way. Instead of, oh, black person, oh, I'm so scared. We need to change the culture, and we could all do that by telling our law enforcement officers that, hey, we'd rather you treat everybody equal. And we're not talking about slamming everyone to the ground. We're saying if you need to use force, then use force if it's necessary, but not extreme force. If someone is pointing a gun at you and it looks like they're about to fire, then use the kind of force that you see is necessary. So, quick review. Cop culture, it is out of control in this country. They overwhelmingly go after people of color, especially African Americans, more than they go after white people, arresting them. Because, I get this flash, we're all here. We all do things, man. A lot of the times we commit the same kind of crimes. Yet we're treated differently. So tell your congressmen, your congresswomen, your senators, tell them to enforce the laws. And if they're not going to do that, if they're not going to enforce any laws, then they will not be re-elected, people. Say, hey, you want to be re-elected? Then you're going to have to say no to your donors and say yes to us. That's pretty much it. Well, that's all I got time for, people. I know this is an extra long video and a little extra ranty, but this needed to be off my chest. Well, I'm Max Smith. This is Anything Goes by Max Smith, and see you all next time. Peace out.